In this video, we're going to look at finding inputs and outputs of a function from its graph. In this topic, you're actually provided a graph that shows you a function. The function in this graph is blue, and they are going to ask us to find information from this graph. So first thing we do is we read our question very carefully. The graph of a function f is shown below. Find f of 3 and find one value of x for which f of x equals -1. So let's interpret what they're asking us to find. They're asking us to find two separate things. The first one is asking us to find f of 3. What that means is we're looking for what is the value of the function when x is equal to 3. So what we do here is we look at the x-axis and find 3 on the x-axis. So the x-axis is the horizontal axis, and we look for the value 3. Then we find out what is the value of the function, or the y value of the function, when x is equal to 3. So I go to x equals 3, and then I look at where the function hits when x is equal to 3. So that is equal to 5. So the y-axis you could also think of as being the f of x axis. So when x is equal to 3, the function is equal to 5. And that is our first result. And that's our process. We look at the x-axis and find the value that they're asking us to evaluate at. And then we look up or down, depending on the function, and figure out at what value is the function actually hitting. For the second part of this question, they're asking us to essentially do the opposite. They're asking us to find when is f of x equal to -1. You could also think of this as saying, what is my x value when y, or f of x, is equal to -1. So what you're doing here is you're looking at the y values. So for the second part, we're looking at the y-axis and find -1. And then we actually move over to figure out, okay, well, what x value does the function actually hit -1 in the y values? And in this case, that is -3. So we would say f of x equals -1 when x is equal to -3. So it's kind of being able to read and interpret, find the input when we're given a certain output, which is that second part, and being able to find an output when we're given a specific input, which is that first example. So it's kind of being able to read the graph both ways, depending on whether you're asked to find an input or find an output. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. Let me know if you have any additional questions. Thank you.